So the question we're asking this morning is, what exactly is going on in the PDP? Is this just internal disagreement or a serious crisis? And can the party resolve these issues before the next elections? Joining us to break it all down is our guest, Honorable Author Ugochukwu, a PDP Zonal Assistant Secretary, Imo State. Honorable, thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this morning.
Let's begin the conversation, taking you back to just a few months ago, rather, when the appeal court nullified the convention that held in Ibadan in September 2025. Now, do you, as a person, fully accept that particular judgment, by the appeal court?
And I accept that nullification because the nullification they acted within the ambits of the law. The convention was not a product of the law, and Nigeria, as we know, is a country governed by law. It is not a country governed by shenanigans and showmanship. So there are certain factors that you must put in place before you conduct a national convention of a political party. PDP is a national party. So part of those conditions were never met. There was no notification to INEC. There were congresses that were not conducted in about 16 states of the Federation. And those 16 states of the Federation were disfranchised from taking part in the convention.
All right, Honorable. Yeah. Now, looking at the situation as well, of course, we've seen that the Turaki faction, they've moved to court, to the Supreme Court, to basically seek the court to overturn the decision that was upheld by the appeal court as it is. Now, you heard the convention yesterday here in Abuja. What then happens if the Supreme Court now rules in favor of the other faction? What happens, to the legality of this, and to the leadership of the PDP as well?
Before you build a house, there must be a foundation. So on which basis are they going to the Supreme Court? They are only trying to destroy the party. Nigerians cannot know that these agents or merchants of impunity were the ones that have been trying to destroy the party, as against the news they were peddling around, that the national leader of the party, the FCT minister, is the one trying to destroy the party. Now, we had 30 governors before this incident, and this minute we have less than, in fact, we have no governors to speak because the other two are already on their way out. So what I'm trying to say is you have no foundation for going to the court. You have no basis. When they get to the Supreme Court, if they go there.
You said that the PDP has moved on. And in that very sentence as well, you also did mention that currently the PDP has 2 states. And you went on to say, in fact, those 2 states are no longer available for the PDP because according to you, the 2 governors in those states are already on their way out of the PDP. Now, you again said that the PDP has moved on. Analysts have also come out to say that the PDP, you're fighting against yourself instead of concentrating on governance or being a solid opposition as it is. Can you honestly say that the PDP is ready for the 2027 general election? Will you be on the ballot in 2027 with everything that's going on within the party?
Well, PDP is ready for the 2027 general election. What is going on in the PDP, like I said just a while ago, that what is going on there is not different from what is going on in other political parties. Every party have their ups and downs. They have their downtime and their uptime. So PDP has had their own since 2023 till this minute. And then as of yesterday, all those has been put to rest by the convocation of the National Convention, which took place successfully and in fact hugely successful event. So you saw the calibers of people that were there. You saw the electoral umpires that were there, which were not in New York, to give validation to whatever that happened there.
We are going somewhere because earlier when we were talking about the fact that currently the FCT minister who is serving under this administration, that is not even the problem. Currently also canvassing for vote for the APC president, who of course is going to be the presidential candidate again, come 2027. That particular action, is it going to be referred to an anti-party activity as well? I mean, being in the PDP and canvassing for a vote rather for the APC candidate, is that an anti-party activity?
The FCT minister is working for the president is working for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. No. And his principal is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I would hope that we can have him again to clarify or give us even better answers to the question that we've asked him as well this morning. But this is all we're going to be taking on today's edition of Rapid On.